I think, after 60 some odd years of using the power of television in a really confident and secure way, for understanding reach, but also believing that perception and intent and preference were working with television, that there's a real need for understanding how to use digital video in a very TV-like way. And so we spend a lot of time at our company thinking about what the power of television means, and then how we can make that a very easy transition to use both television and then online video across screens with connected metrics that make it very comfortable to understand moving between the two, and sort of take them on a journey from television to television and more, or sight, sound, motion, and then adding touch. And we're seeing more and more traction there. I mean, I think it's going to, there's still some things that have to happen, like standardized metrics, standardized sort of definition of what engagement means, the value of engagement, and a sense of true transparency, which I think brand marketers have always said is a major table stakes for them moving a fair amount of money, or recalibrating, I should say, the balance between television as it exists in the traditional set and television or video advertising as it cascades onto other screens. And so those are the things we focus on. At Tremor Video, at the sort of very top of our company, our mission is to bring the certainty of science to the art of brand marketing. And that sits over two really important divisions, one being our media network, or very premium, exclusive content media network, and the other being Video Hub, which is the expression or the technology that then expresses itself in really actionable insights through our console. Our technology is, there are two differentiating factors around what Tremor Video is. Essentially our technology. It is built from day one, 6-7 years ago, for this moment in time when brand marketers want to start doing business on brand metrics in the middle of the funnel. We're a pure play video company completely centered around brand metrics and taking measuring and being more accountable down through the funnel instead of just at the top at awareness. And so our technology is vital. And then the other big differentiating factor is our content. Content really does matter. We believed that years ago as a company and really invested very heavily in exclusive arrangements with over 200 publishers. And those are publishers that brand marketers know and love and feel comfortable with, whether Viacom or A&E television networks or the New York Times or Hearst, and the list goes on. So I think the bets that our company took years ago to be just in video, just for branding, and to essentially corner the market on premium content puts us today as the leader in really premium exposure of sight, sound, and motion, with a layer of interactivity where the brand marketer finds that appropriate, in places that work for branding, and then in a way where through our Video Hub console, conjecture kind of becomes reality and you actually see it in the data in a way that's usable. We believe very strongly in performance pricing, and that means a couple different things in our company, which I'll get to in a second. But let me start with why we should believe that is the answer to more measurable sort of brand lift in online. So we looked at, hundreds of campaigns, billions of video streams, and tracked essentially what happens when someone engages with an ad, lean forward, opt in, and spends, considerably more time with that brand message to see if it actually does affect brand lift. So long story short, of course it does. In fact, we generally see 8 to 10% lift in brand when someone decides to, what we say, touch an ad, interact with an ad, spend a minute with a 30-second pre-roll because there's additional content there. So I think we finally cracked the nut on proving the value of engagement. Then, as a company, we believe very much in cost per engagement models or brand lift optimization models where you're paying for performance you could never measure in television alone. Also, we decided early on that we needed to do that across screen. So we actually offer performance-based pricing across all screens, and we're the only one that does that in video, especially in mobile. And what we've seen is an incredible accelerated growth rate in the percent of our business that's done on performance pricing. And we believe, it's the ultimate sort of doing away with the proxies of age and gender, or buying just ad delivery, or even buying engagement, but not holding us to delivering what we promise, which is if we don't get that engagement through our technology and right place, right time, then you don't pay. And so we're seeing our CPE business specifically across all screens grow at very rapid pace with the biggest marketers in the country. And I think everybody believes that who wouldn't want to pay for performance? It just hasn't been possible before, and now we can do it at scale. I think a lot of marketers today think that it's really hard and complicated to figure out very early on how to create both amazing television advertising and wonderful video advertising that takes that ad and takes it further into interactivity. So we talk a lot about the art of the possible when you move on to a digital canvas. And I think the the sort of myth or misperception is that there are no limits and therefore it's actually overwhelming. The best creativity happens when there are actually some limits around what you're able to do, or some structure, I should say. So what we've done at Tremor Video is built a toolkit and a full creative services area that actually has some real structure around how to take television and build it out into interactive, immersive experiences. And the more we sit with a marketer or a traditional television creative person, and we show them what's possible, their eyes are just wide open. And I had no idea you could do that so easily. And so we're excited about our panel tomorrow because we've put a couple or three creative geniuses on a panel moderated by Jim Cooper of Adweek and are sort of set up by our creative evangelist, David Sanderson, to literally just talk about what could be possible if you concepted at the very beginning of a creative process for both a television experience, a mobile experience, a tablet experience, and think about what truly would engagement mean to your brand. How valuable would it be if your creative actually got somebody to take that 30-second teaser, if you will, and spend a minute, 2 minutes with that brand message. I think, it'll be a while before that process is completely sort of re-engineered so that it's just happening. But I think if we evangelize long enough, it'll become reality because the power of the results will speak for themselves.